Yo guys, what's up? It's John, Aviator's Garage, and we're talking about this Flybird bench. It was sent to me 100% free. It's definitely a cost-effective, low-budget piece of gym equipment for your home. Not commercial grade by any means. However, you gotta stick around. I did something with this bench and I am thoroughly impressed, especially for how much you're paying and what you're getting. So let's get into it. So this is a standard unboxing of any piece that you'd probably order. It came pretty well organized, shipped, packaged real well, and it even came with the tools that you need necessary to put it together. I mean, a majority of it was pretty much put together. All you really needed to do was put those legs on and put some bolts together and you're ready to get a workout in. One thing I really pay attention to is how something feels when you're putting it together, and quite honestly, this bench and the materials, I was pleasantly surprised. They're pretty sturdy, and I can tell it's made out of a pretty good quality steel, at least 12 to 14 gauge, so that's a plus. So I want to see if you guys can figure out what time it is in order for me to have the time to be able to put this thing together. Total sidebar after the actual construction, but I don't know if you see that Van sweater that I'm wearing. That thing's actually from high school, and you can take a look at my hair. I literally just woke up. It's like 5:30 in the morning, and if you have young kids, you know how it is. You got to wake up super early if you want to get a workout in. Go ahead and leave a comment below and tell me what your workout routine is and or what time you work out. Tell me if you have kids. I want to know more about you. Well, this thing claims it can hold 750 pounds, so let's test it out. $90, $70, $70. What is that? Whew. 140 plus 90. 230 pounds right here. Let's get some more weight. $370 pounds. So far, so good. 370 plus another 50. That's 420 pounds. 470. Another 30. Okay, that's 500. Still pretty sturdy, holding up pretty good. Okay, so far here's 575 pounds. $600. 625. 630, 675, 675 plus 35. Okay, 715, 45 on there, 45 on top of this bad boy. Okay, that's 760 pounds. Wow. Okay, it's solid. I gotta give it to it, you know. This Flybird bench is holding up even more than what has been advertised. So, I mean, I think it's just a little bit wobbly. I'm wobbling it just a little bit because I think how I stack these things, but man, that's impressive. Wow, holy crap. Pretty good. All right, so is this bodybuilding material for a bench? Is it commercial grade? No, but man, for the cost effective savings and having a collapsible bench, for it to be able to perform this way, that means you at home, or anybody at home working out, could easily build up to a really good working strength weight. So I weigh 225 pounds. That means I could supplement 500 pounds somehow utilizing this bench. I don't think I'm ever gonna see 250 an arm per dumbbell or me benching 500 plus pounds in the near future, being at my age and with what my body can be capable of doing. That is crazy. 775. 785, 795. See, 805 pounds. 805 pounds. I think it can handle a little bit more than what it's rated at, but I don't think I'm gonna push it any further than that, but that's awesome. Wow. Okay, after removing those 800 pounds Olympic bumper plates and weights, that's the condition of the pad. The pad is a little thin. You definitely notice that when you're working out. Hide that at all. It's definitely not commercial grade, but for what you're paying for, what you're getting, this is definitely doable for at-home use. No problem whatsoever. So there's zero instructions on how to collapse it. So I'm going to see if I can figure it out on my own. And it looks like you gotta take out your safety pins. That, collapse that up. This to do this. I don't see any mechanism to keep it staying locked. So one pin there, another pin there. So this is what I figured out, what it collapses down to. So it's obviously a little bit fatter, and there it is right there. Looks like it's just under a foot high. Definitely compact. You could put it somewhere. Not exactly if it stays secure this way, but there you go. So the other benches I have, they just kind of flatten up. So these are definitely a lot heavier. This one total probably weighs maybe 25 pounds. I don't know, let's check that out. All right, forgive me, this is gonna be a little challenging, but we're gonna see how much this thing weighs. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it's between, what is it, 25 to 26 pounds, because otherwise I'm gonna be here forever. I can't balance this thing. Let's see how much this $500 collapsible bench weighs. So, okay, this thing's around 41 to 42 pounds. 500 bucks. Definitely has different materials, plus this is a lot thicker. You can see how this has stood the test of time. No way to be certain for that. This is the Inspire bench. I'll go ahead and weigh that. Okay, it's about as much as the hoist. Obviously built way different. A lot thicker materials, between 40 and 41 pounds. But still, for 25 pounds, man, it held over 800 pounds on it. I'm sure these could do the same, but you're gonna pay more. And this Inspire is somewhere around 200 bucks. Okay, getting into 100%, let's get a little walk around tour of this bench. Here's the material, it's your standard vinyl. You know, the one thing about this bench, I'm not gonna hide that, is it is rather thin. So when you are working out with it, especially when you're doing any type of bench press, shoulder presses, or any time that your glutes are on this pad here, you're gonna notice that it's not exactly 100% as cushioned as any other pads that you may have used on commercial grade equipment. So that's to be expected in order to save on costs. So that's one thing to consider. However, in other areas where it does make up, there are some nice features, such as each one of these little pedestals here are adjustable. So just in case, for whatever reason, if you're on some type of uneven floor, you can go ahead and adjust these in order to adjust for any type of rockiness that you may be feeling. I have never had that issue with any bench, and you can see I got these layers of carpet here for whenever I'm using my functional trainer, especially in conjunction with any type of bench. So, however, you do have that option. The next option here is most benches do not come with any type of leg or shin support. I believe this was designed to do one of two things: a little bit of stability for when you're doing any exercises. You can go ahead and put your feet and your ankles inside of this. It'll hold you a little bit firmer, kind of keep you in place, give you an area to make sure you can lock your butt in nice and tight, especially if you're doing any type of shoulder presses. And the cool thing is, it is adjustable. So you can move it up and down, you can move it out of the way if you wish, and all you have to do is put this little pin where it can move around as such. You can have it here, you can have it actually go into the pole itself, and you'll see that it'll stay moderately secure. It has a little bit of play and a little bit of give to it, but otherwise that's not too bad. And then moving on here, the way you adjust, so the cool thing is the seat here will adjust, and let's go ahead and demonstrate that for you. Just go ahead and pull the pin out, and then what you need to do is make sure you just line up the holes. I had it go perfectly straight, so if you feel that's more comfortable for you, you could do that. Another thing is too, is you can have it go completely flat, and you just take this pin, there you go. You can adjust it to right about here, have that go all the way through, and now you've got a little bit of a decline. I'm not exactly 100% sure why anybody would want to do this. If you have any ideas, go ahead and put a comment down below. That'll help me learn more about why a bench would do that. But you can see, and then you can adjust it super high, just like so. And now you've got a pretty nice angle. So you can kind of adjust it with what's going on here with the back support. So now the back support itself has many different angles. The way you adjust that, the same concept. Just pull out the pin. I like that it does have a locking pin because then you can pick up your bench the way you want to. Let's go ahead and just lay her nice and flat. Lay it nice and flat. Place the pin inside, make sure it doesn't go anywhere. You can readjust this so you can make sure that's flat. You can adjust this so if you need any type of foot support, you can do the same thing there. So there are a lot of cool features that have to do with this, especially for the price point. So one of the interesting features I've never seen on any foldable benches before is that this headrest is adjustable, and they do advertise that if you're 6'5", you can go ahead and use this thing. And what I suspect is you adjust this a little bit longer. So what you do is it has two adjustment holes, and what you've done now is you've lengthened up the back support here by another couple inches. So that's a pretty cool added feature. That's something they threw in the design. So like, you know, this $200 plus one does not have that. This $500 plus a collapsible bench does not have that. So there are some added features for what this is offered at for cost savings. So you get a little bit of something extra, but pretty cool. So that is the Flybird adjustable bench, and it also has storage. Two things. I do wish right here the padding was a heck of a lot more sturdy, just because if you want to utilize this bench for sit-ups, you're gonna feel, well, at least for me being 5'10" and the way my legs are, I noticed I felt a little bit of a pinching here on the back side of my knee. So it's definitely doable, and I'm very sure over time I can get used to it. So if I was in a pinch and I needed a budget bench, this would be no issue. But that's something I do wish, a little bit more padding here. And the other thing I do wish is there was a little bit better instructions on how to properly store this device. So I'm gonna have to continue to keep experimenting with that and how these pins work in order to make sure that I understand fully how to do that. But the footprint is definitely a lot shorter. It's a little bit fatter versus other benches like the Inspire or this hoist bench. So overall, great workout possibilities. You can utilize it. It can handle more than 750 pounds, as I've already showed you. Well, that pretty much does it for this Flybird adjustable bench. Definitely cost effective, definitely can get a lot of workouts done with it. No issues there. If you have any questions, go ahead and throw them in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them. Otherwise, if you're into other workout equipment, such as functional trainers, power racks, we got a playlist right here. And also I have some other cool goodies, other workout equipment that I've done some reviews on. Thanks for watching. John the Pilot, Aviator's Garage. See ya.